This is a Black Nouveau web exclusive. It's the last part of the 19th century, and 4 black women decide their future lies in settling the western frontier. Well, that's the premise of Pearl Cleage's Flyin West, which is the Bronzeville Arts Ensemble's new production in association with Black Arts Milwaukee. Here to tell us about it is the show's director, Sheri Williams Pannell. Welcome.
Thank you, Joanne.
I like the premise.
It's a strong one, and it's one that's historical. In fact, the story takes place in Nicodemus, Kansas, a real settlement, and in fact, the longest existing African-American settlement. It's in existence even today.
So why do you want to do this play today?
Because the themes of the play are still relevant. Women's rights, looking at sexism, the idea of the American dream, home ownership, owning land where our wealth is, being able to be free and have self-determination, and also looking at how far you're willing to go to protect your freedom, protect your dream.
It sounds like a fascinating look at a lot of different subjects.
Yes.
Tell us about the author. Who was she?
Oh, Pearl Cleage, who is my Spelman sister.
All right, okay.
Very prolific playwright, well-respected author as well of novels. Pearl Cleage is a daughter of a preacher growing up in Atlanta. Her father founded the Shrine of the Black Madonna, so she had a nationalist mindset, which means she is very proud of African American history, and so much of her writing somehow is connected to the African American historical experience. So you learn a lot when you read her plays, and you feel a lot when you read her novels as well.
In what year is this play set?
1898. And Nicodemus was settled in 1877. And the Homestead Act becomes the vehicle by which these Africans who are recently emancipated are able to own land and establish their own towns. So Nicodemus is just one of many townships that were established. But because of de facto segregation and the idea of the wealth of black people being in the land, and those through gentrification who would like to acquire the land that now has been developed by these African Americans, creates quite a dilemma, quite a struggle for these characters.
I bet there are a lot of people who don't realize that there were a lot of black people in the westward movement in the United States.
Yes, and the West was Middle West.
Yes.
West meant Midwest, where we are right now.
Yes.
Middle West. And yes, the Buffalo Soldiers settled there, as well as I said, the newly emancipated Africans, but they came with skills that helped them to build the towns. They came with carpentry and with animal husbandry and agricultural skills, and the skills needed to cultivate the land and be able to make foodstuffs out of it, to be able to live off the land. What became a challenge was the harsh winter. Winters, adjusting to which we still struggle on some levels with our long winters. So they had to battle with nature and with human nature.
So who's in this play? Anybody we know?
Oh, all local cast. And we can start with a very well-respected family, the Stampley family. So Valkia Stampley Johnson joins us, as does Samantha Montgomery, Tasha Freeman, Tasha McCoy, Justin Lee, and J.T. Bacchus.
So how long does it take you to rehearse a play like this?
We're kind of rushing through this rehearsal process. I would love to have more time, but we're actually doing this in 3 weeks plus tech. And it's because we're working with professional actors who are moving from one project to the next. And I was just blessed to get them when I could.
So where are we going to go to see this play? What's the venue?
The Wilson Theater in Vogel Hall of the Marcus Center.
I didn't know there was a Wilson Theater.
Yes.
Did they just new naming thing?
Isn't it wonderful? To have that sponsorship, yes.
So it's going to be, how long is the run going to be?
It opens the 24th of May and runs to the 27th. So it's a very short run, but we have many seats to fill, so we hope that people will indeed support this production.
Tell me a little bit about Black Arts Milwaukee. That's a new name to me.
It used to be the Black Arts Think Tank. So it's the same organization, a new name, and I'll just say growing in its reach and the sponsorship, the people that are buying into the idea of supporting the performing arts in the African American community.
So if I want more information, or if our viewers want more information, where do they go?
Actually to the Marcus Center website, and then look for either Black Arts Milwaukee, Black Arts MKE, or Bronzeville Arts Ensemble.
Okay, sounds great. Sounds like a fascinating place. Sounds like it's fun to direct too.
It is, I'll just say this, it's fun, but it's quite a challenge because it is a drama.
Okay.
It has funny moments, but gives you a lot to think about.
All right, well thank you, Sheri. You always do great performances. Thanks for joining us on this web exclusive for Black Nouveau.
Thank you, Joanne.